Hey y'all, this is Tara with Divine Reads. Decided to go ahead and do a Divine Masculine Current Energy reading. So I'm finishing up my shuffle here. So we'll put some cards down and see what's going on with the Divine Masculine. See, now what prompted me to want to do this was actually the Divine Feminine's reading that I did this morning. And the reason why is because the messages that I was getting was kind of just signifying that she needed to prepare herself for union in some way, right? It was like kind of clear up on whatever you've had going on. If Divine Feminine might have been seeing anyone, if she's been entertaining other people, you know, just kind of dissolve anything that she's not truly interested in. And it also suggested that the Divine Feminine was looking for some sort of good faith offer from the Divine Masculine in terms of, you know, showing her where he is with his progress, right? So Divine Femmes may be looking for some sort of signal. If it's not direct communication, something indirect, right? So I kind of want to just take a look and see what's going on with the Divine Masculines. All right, so I'm going to just cut the deck. And we'll see what we have. All right, DMs. So the Divine Masculine right now is trying to be strong. He is trying to tame his inner wild side, right? So whether this is thoughts, emotions, lust, if this is his hurt, this is his pain, if this is him trying to finesse his situation with the karmic, he's being told to be strong and persevere to get to the other side, right? But he's still being divinely guided. He's more so listening now to his divinity, and he's kind of tapping into that, right? If you see here where the flames are, that kind of signifies for me his passion, but the light that's shooting out from there, I'm trying to see if you guys can see that, that for me signifies, you know, the voice of God, the divinity, the listening to spirit, and having spirit lead you. So he's working with spirit at this point, okay? And here we have the death card. So endings, beginnings, transformation, right? Leaving that old behind. Because the things that were hidden, the things that were secret, the things that were not illuminated to him before, what he wasn't seeing, was the fact that he himself needed to focus on self, right? Nurture himself, plant his own seeds in order to grow them, right? Grow them for what? Grow them so that he could have his Two of Cups, okay? And up under that, I got the Lover's card. Just want to make sure you can see that, all right? The Lover's card, seeing eye to eye, being on one accord, being able to make a decision about whom he wants to be bound to, who he wants to be connected to. This is, you know, him giving in to the love that he feels, right? What's in his heart. In a home situation, right? So maybe wanting to move in, live with his Divine Feminine, have a family with the Divine Feminine. But this could also signify, right, his current situation, his living situation, where he may be living with a karmic third party. The karmic may have him in a third party. He still feels like he's juggling, right? And it's stressful for him because he still has so much love, right? So much love, but he's trying to heal it. He's trying to heal it here with the Star card, okay? And he just is trying to figure out, you know, what he can do, how to maneuver all of these emotions while being in a situation that he's not necessarily happy in. So he's being called to have strength. He's being called to be strong, okay? So for those of you who are not in communication with your masculine, let's see a card for this Two of Pentacles, right? What is he juggling? What's the divine masculine juggling? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Well, the Two of Pentacles is here, possibly because he's defensive, right? He's juggling, defending what? Defending his choices, possibly. Defending his choice to walk away, right? So this may be a conversation he's having with self. Who is he defending this to? Who is he being defensive against? This has to be his own thoughts, because this was his decision, right? He can't blame anybody else. Like, I know at the end of the day, there are some karmics who may have done black magic. They may have been manipulative. There may have been some spell work done. And in this toxic connection here with the Devil card, right, there's some question as to, I think maybe he's trying to figure out if this was his own free will. Okay, he may be juggling with the idea now that he was, excuse me, tricked in some way. Grab some water. And that right there could just signify that he is trying to bring it into fruition, that he can speak up for himself, that he can use his voice. It was his decision not to talk, not to speak to Divine Feminine about what it was he was going through, what it was he was thinking, what it was he was feeling, right? Choked up on his words, choked up on his thoughts, pretended that he didn't have any emotions, and he walked away from all the love that was there. He felt it, but he didn't do anything with it because he was too busy looking at all his options, being confused by all of those options. And now he had made a choice. He had made this decision to remove himself from the situation that he was in with the Divine Feminine, right? And the Divine Feminine at some point was just like, I don't need you here. If you're not going to be all in, then you can just go, right? Because he wasn't happy. He didn't seem to be happy. All he was doing was hurting her, right? With that toxic energy that he was bringing in from all of those options. So where do we go now? Where's the Divine Masculine going now? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Page of Swords, right? So the Page of Swords is possibly the immature energy that the Divine Masculine was in, that he was carrying, right? This could be him watching, right? Watching the Divine Feminine and waiting for the right time to offer this commitment, to offer this relationship, right? This could be him going to counseling, or he could be afraid that the Divine Feminine is going to end up in a relationship, in a stable, committed relationship with somebody else, okay? This is prompting him to go within. This is prompting him to go on his hermit journey inside of himself to figure out what it is that he can do to help either get over the betrayal that he has felt, okay, that he's been exposed to, or this is him trying to go within in order to see the way that he has betrayed the Divine Feminine over and over and over again, because he's needing to forgive himself. There's guilt here. There's a lot of guilt here. So while he's watching and waiting, he's going within to try and heal this, because he's got to release that. He has to release it, and he has to let it go in order to express what he needs to express to the Divine Feminine, to get his Four of Wands, to be able to have this very strong divine connection, okay? And his intuition, okay, could be telling him that his Empress is also waiting for him. Okay, so they're both on one accord, and I feel like the connection between the two of them, right? This is the divine connection. This is the Empress. This is the High Priestess in the middle. So this is the balance, okay? The balance in the mirroring of each other. So they're in the same energy. He's preparing on his side. She's preparing on her side. And the divine masculine is wanting to be a more loving man here with the King of Cups. He's feeling the emotion, right? He doesn't always show it though. He doesn't always show it, but he knows that the divine feminine is waiting for him, okay? He knows that she's waiting for him, and he's wanting to move to a calmer place, okay? He's maybe wanting to move away with the divine feminine, or he may be wanting to just move toward her, okay? But he's in the middle of this transformation. He's in the middle of completely coming into the energy to where this passion is no longer consuming him, okay? No longer consuming him, but he is taking it all in, and he's now using it for his own good, for his higher self, okay? He's moving into the higher self, okay? He's wanting to be a leader. He's wanting to be a good, strong leader for his divine feminine, okay? Because he wants to be happy. He wants to make her happy, okay? He wants that happiness. She's his sun. She is his sun, okay? And this is new. This is a new start. This is a brand new life. This is a brand new cycle, okay? This is all that is good, okay? This is everything that he's been thinking about, okay? This is all 4 seasons, okay? So it may have been a year since you guys have been together, or this may be signaling that there could be something going on between the two of you in a year. So a year from now, things are going to be different. Things are going to be changed, okay? So let's pull from the other deck and see here. Divine Masculine. It's a little advice for the Divine Masculine for today. A little advice for the Divine Masculine for today. All right, Divine Masculine. Wow, this same card came up in the Divine Feminine's reading. And when it came up in the Divine Feminine's reading, I was looking at it as the Divine Feminine was looking for some sort of sign, right? A good show of faith from the Divine Masculine. It was just like she's been working on herself. She's been thinking about herself, but she's been trying to kind of assess his situation, right? Where is he in his journey? Where is he? Because everybody keeps saying he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. But she hasn't seen anything that would say that to her, right? Or at least not up until now. So I feel like this may be a nod to that, saying to maybe offer her something small. The Divine Masculine is wanting to embrace. He's wanting to embrace his Divine Feminine. He's wanting some sort of affection. He's wanting love. He's wanting to hold her. And if you notice here how his hand is over her head, he's really fully, taking her in. And I know these kind of hugs are like, they're like so special. They kind of make you feel safe and warm. Divine Masculine is wanting to let his Divine Feminine know that she is safe, that he is going to protect her, that he is going to cover her, that the love is there. This is so warm and inviting, right? He's wanting to be her prince, okay? And I feel like this kind of plays off of the Strength card, right? So where it was telling the divine masculine to be strong, this is saying that, you know, in your prayer, your darkest hour, in your solitude, I'm still here. Okay? I'm still here. And this is the ending and putting something to rest. And what are we putting to rest? Divine masculine. And let's see what we're putting to rest. What's up with the Ten of Swords? Because this is emotion, right? But these are thoughts, okay? These are thoughts. And he's putting to rest this other relationship. He's putting to rest maybe what the commitment was in the past, or maybe the lack thereof, okay? He could be putting to rest if he is married, was married, engaged to the karmic, he may be putting that to rest. Maybe he's putting to rest fighting, no longer fighting this connection. No longer fighting this connection. I feel like if there is any sort of conflict going on with the karmic, okay, he's wanting to end that, okay? And maybe with the Page of Wands here, walking away from something or someone, right? And he's being guided to do this, okay? With his intuition, as he become more balanced, he's starting to see his current relationship as something that does not serve him, is not for his best interest. He may be tired, okay, but he's wanting here with the Wheel of Fortune, he's wanting a new turn of events. He's wanting to move in a new direction. There's some things going on here that are changing, and I'm seeing a lot of books, and he's doing a lot of learning. He may be doing a lot of reading and a lot of studying. Okay, the Hierophant can also suggest that. The Divine Masculine may be working on taking courses, going back to school, or this could just signify him studying his divinity, him studying himself, him studying his relationship with God, Spirit, okay? But here with the Fool, I almost feel like he's trying to save himself from that leap of faith that he took that brought him to the place where he was separated from his divine feminine, because now he's wanting to hold on to that. He's wanting to hold on to what's left to see if he can resurrect this situation, right? Here with the Death card, endings and beginnings. Again, right? This transformation. He's recognizing the transformation. But he's tired, right? The Divine Masculine is tired. He's been through just as much as the Divine Feminine, you know, from a different perspective. And that's what we have to remember as Divine Feminines, that the Divine Masculine has been on his own journey, right? We watch a lot of Divine Masculine readings because we're interested in knowing what's going on, because the Divine Masculine does not communicate. So Divine Masculine, you're tired right now. You've been fighting a lot. You've been doing a lot of fighting, right? Hermit mode. Going in yourself to see what it is that you've been fighting for. What have you been fighting for? What have you been doing with all of your time, your energy, your efforts, right? What is that about? Well, it's about the empty victories. You've won some things, you've gained some things, but how does it make you feel? It doesn't make you feel any better. It hasn't brought you happiness. It hasn't brought you happiness. So you're watching, you're waiting, you're studying, okay? Are you studying and waiting and watching your Divine Feminine, right? What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? Okay? You're manifesting your Empress. Manifesting your Empress, Divine Masculine. So I feel like you understand now. You understand where you're going. You understand what you want. You've made your decision in your heart. You've made it in your headspace. Now we just need to get more action, right? Because there weren't very many wands, and the only wands that I remember was conflict, change, right? Being tired of the fighting. But we did have the Four of Wands. So we know that you understand the connection and that you recognize the connection and that you know you are divine masculine and that you know that you have a divine feminine and you know who your divine feminine is. And now you are going to work on, moving toward your divine feminine. So we're just going to pull a couple oracle cards for the divine masculine to see if we have any sort of messages for the divine masculine at this time. Messages for the divine masculine. Wow. All right. So the divine masculine, you got boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So whomever it is that is making demands on your time and your energy, you are being guided to create healthy boundaries for yourself and saying no to people that you may feel obligated to, whether these are family, friends, anyone who is taking you away from doing the work on self. Anyone and anything that is taking you away from doing work on yourself. But the other card that we got is unconditional love. Okay? So love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So for me, this speaks to the 3D, right? What we see on the physical plane versus what is happening in the spiritual plane. The unconditional love isn't just for the divine feminine. The unconditional love is for self. The unconditional love is for all of God's creation. Okay? It just doesn't speak to any one situation. You have to love unconditionally of the world, even when it's hard, even when it's painful, even when there's so much hate, right? And mistrust and disloyalty and dishonesty going on in our world. This is why we're here. This is what we're put here to do. We are put here to send out the unconditional love into the world so that that can infect the hearts and the minds of the people. We are here to change the world. We are here to infect the world with unconditional love. Okay? So I feel like the advice is to come more into the space where you're creating healthy boundaries and you're learning to love everything about this journey, everything about yourself, even the things that were not good, even the things that you feel like kept you away from your family, kept you away from your divine feminine, kept you away from loving yourself. Okay? All of those things happen for a reason, and it is okay. It is okay to embrace the journey fully. Okay? Embrace the journey fully. Learn and grow into the divine masculine that you are meant to be. Okay? That's my read. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.